Hello everyone, this is Nick with One Up Games, where we make games easy. I hope you all are having an amazing day. In this video we will be going over how great could a Super Mario Odyssey sequel be. This video was requested by Mega Drive Animation Gamer 07. They are a huge Super Mario Odyssey fan. It is their favorite 3D Mario up to date. Check out their channel on YouTube. They are going over gameplay on the original Paper Mario from the Nintendo 64. I'm pretty sure they're getting hyped up for the new Paper Mario, the Origami King, coming out on July 17th. A few more days away, a couple weeks, and we'll have a brand new title of Super Mario, Paper Mario, in our hands. With all that said, let's get into this video. How great could a Super Mario Odyssey sequel be? This is a question I'm sure everyone that has played Super Mario Odyssey has thought about at least once or twice since the game's release in October of 2017. October this year will be 3 years since this amazing game has been out on the Nintendo Switch. The first thing they can do to definitely make the sequel great is to keep in the game journalist mode. I mean the assist mode. All jokes aside, I'm wondering if that's why it really got so many great reviews. ... Anyways, the first thing they could add is a proper multiplayer mode. It was a nice gesture Nintendo put in the first game, letting player 2 play as Cappy, but let's face it, no one wants to be freaking Cappy. And by no one, I literally mean no one ever wants to be Cappy. That's right, when you're playing multiplayer, the person playing with you doesn't want to be Cappy for long, and you don't want to be Cappy for long, so pretty much multiplayer is useless. So that's my opinion on it on Super Mario Odyssey. So what they could do is add a proper multiplayer. Just add Luigi as a playable character, unless some reason he got captured in the game and we needed to rescue him for the plot. Hopefully this is not the case, because Luigi would be the perfect second player. You may ask me, why not some other character? Well, let me explain. Luigi has a hat just like his big brother Mario. Luigi could even have Cappy's little brother on his head, or something like that. Peach could even work as well, but I have a feeling that we'll be having to rescue Peach again. But she could throw her tiara around Cappy's sister, and it would work just fine. That would make for some great gameplay when playing multiplayer instead of Cappy and Mario. Like, let's face it, no one wants to be Cappy, like I said. Another thing I need to talk about is in Super Mario Odyssey, there were a few kingdoms that were way too small, and 2 of those were basically just enough room for boss battles. Yes, the Ruined Kingdom was a little bigger than the Cloud Kingdom, but regardless, basically just enough for boss battles. Don't get me wrong, I did enjoy those boss battles in the Cloud Kingdom against Bowser and in the Ruined Kingdom against the dragon, who was the Lord of Lightning. But I need to express that those kingdoms are way too small. Nintendo, listen to me and every other fan that thinks the same way. In a sequel, please make sure that all the kingdoms are more than just enough room for boss battles. Just us gamers want huge kingdoms, like the Seaside Kingdom, for example. I know the Cascade Kingdom was basically just another tutorial kingdom, but come on Nintendo, please even make all kingdoms in the sequel bigger than this, even the tutorial kingdoms. We would really appreciate it. That's enough about me ranting about the size of kingdoms. We'll move on to another topic. What else could Nintendo add to make a sequel to Super Mario Odyssey great? Us fans want to see more in different kingdoms. Yes, we want more kingdoms added to the sequel. Not just more as in different kingdoms, but as in more. We want 20 plus kingdoms. But talking about different kingdoms, the first kingdom that should be added in a sequel is the Delfino Isle Kingdom. Originally it was supposed to be in the first game, but Nintendo scrapped it. I think they just scrapped it because they ran out of time for development. Though this was never answered by Nintendo, so it's up in the air. It could have just been an Easter egg in the promotional trailer, but I doubt it, because it was so close to launch when they showed it, and I think they just took it out for either a sequel or for the rumored remasters that are coming out this year. I mean, that would be pretty cool. If that's the reason why they scrapped it, is because Super Mario Sunshine Remaster is in fact coming to the Switch, which I highly believe it is. But anyways, there are so many possibilities where Nintendo could put Power Moons in a Delfino Isle Kingdom. I can't explain enough how excited I am for Delfino Kingdom possibility in a sequel, and maybe you could even travel to different parts of the kingdom in Delfino Isle. Another kingdom they should add to a sequel is Rogueport from Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Rogueport would be a perfect kingdom to add to a game. I can't even explain how amazing Rogueport would look in a Super Mario Odyssey engine. Maybe even throw Goombella into the world. Talking about Rogueport though, in A Thousand Year Door, I really hope that someday Nintendo releases a remaster of this game or even a port on the Nintendo Switch. I could keep rambling on about this for a long time, but I digress. I'm going to go over some more kingdoms that should be added to a sequel in Super Mario Odyssey. The Ghost Kingdom, or a Haunted House Kingdom, however you want to say it, would have been a no-brainer for Nintendo to add to the first game, but they should add it to the sequel. I'm really surprised it wasn't in Odyssey. The reason why I'm surprised is because Nintendo has usually added some variation of a ghost house, haunted house, in every Super Mario game since Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo. Even Super Mario Sunshine had levels with boos in the game, so for Odyssey not to, I was a bit confused. We will be going over one more kingdom, then we'll be switching topics of another thing that could improve on in the sequel. But the next kingdom they should add is the Underground Kingdom. I just think how awesome it would be to have an underground kingdom that's dedicated, as in like a huge labyrinth to explore. Maybe some of the kingdom could be completely dark and you need some kind of power up like a fire flower or even a light box, kind of like Super Mario 3D World that you have to capture. Regardless of how the underground kingdom would work, I think it would be a blast to play through in a sequel, and I think Nintendo could have so many places to hide Power Moons through it. How else could they make a sequel to Super Mario Odyssey great? Well, it's quite simple. Nintendo needs to add more enemies to capture with Cappy. The first enemy they should add is a Boo. Not only do they need to add Boo as an option to capture, but Nintendo just needs to flat out add Boo to the sequel. It wasn't in the first game, and we would like it in the sequel. I mentioned earlier with the new kingdoms that there's no Haunted House Kingdom in the original, which also means there are no Boos in the game. Being able to capture Boo, then go through walls and other places Mario would otherwise not be able to go to, that would be an amazing thing. I mean, Super Mario Galaxy 2 already had something similar in it with Boo, so I have no idea why Nintendo did not add it in the first game. It would be no-brainer again to add it to the sequel. Please listen to us, Nintendo. Also, Koopas, Pokies, and Dry Bones should be added. Maybe even Magic Koopas, we could capture those. Or even Kamek himself. Let me know what other things would make for a great sequel. These are just some of my opinions on how Nintendo can make a great sequel to Super Mario Odyssey, which is a fantastic game already, but the sequel needs to be even more fantastic than the original. Maybe add another kingdom, like maybe add the Delfino Isle at the end, kind of like they added Super Mario 64 at the end. But anyways, this has been Nick with 1UP Games, where we make games easy. Hope you all have enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and smash that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video.